Welcome to another NFL Talk. I'm Nino, the greatest, the undisputed, the champ. You already know I'm happy this week. You already know why I'm happy this week. For a lot of things happened
I
this
got
week.
nothing to say. I got nothing to say.
You're on bye week, bro. You're chilling, bro.
I got nothing to say. But what's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome back. We are on another episode of Sports Chronicles.
Yep.
Before we get started, though, I reached a milestone. I've gotten over 20 subscribers. So
Hey,
give it up for
I
that.
finally
You
got to the
know,
magic 50 in the row, so now I could actually do like live recording.
you know what I'm saying? So we making progress. I don't reach that 20. So let's try to get to that 50 goal now.
Yes,
So I can
sir.
start doing some live recording as well, too, you know?
Yes,
So
sir.
I appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody who subscribe. Thank you so much.
Chargers
And
still suck, but hey.
let's get it started, man. Man, Thursday night football.
That was a shootout, bro.
Guy, that's probably one of the greatest Thursday night games we have seen in a long time.
hmm
In a
It's been
long
so
time.
long, bro. It's been so long. And I
Man,
kind of been against Thursday night football lately because of the fact that it hasn't delivered.
right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I totally agree. It didn't really deliver too much, but last week, whoo,
Bro,
boy.
this man got 2 wins already on prime time, bro. And I went against him. Oh, three.
Oh, two, no, two,
No,
yeah,
two,
two.
two,
But
two,
he
two,
got
two.
three late game wins. Yeah. You're right. Two
He could
prime.
have win. He could have win three, but you know who we played that one loss is against, the
We ain't gonna
referees.
speak on him. We ain't gonna speak on him. We ain't gonna speak on him. We ain't gonna speak on him. But yeah, the Falcons won 36-30. Kirk Cousins had a hell of a fucking day, man. 42 of 58. You know me, I don't like the 50 passing attempts, but when you give me 509 yards, four
That's
touchdowns,
crazy, bro. That's
and win
crazy,
in
bro.
overtime, I'll take it. I'll take it. So yeah, man, he had one hell of a day. Drake London had a career day as well too. Darnell Mooney had a career day.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, the Bucks offense came out to play. They came
Whoa,
to
we
play.
forgot who actually got the ball this time.
Yes, yes. So
Kyle Pitts.
yes, he finally got the ball. He finally got to see some targets. Thankfully, it was on the week where I don't play him. So thank you.
Right, that's
I
what I'm saying,
appreciate
bro.
it.
Like, well, I need him to do it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Do your big one. Do your big one, Kyle Pitts. I ain't playing you this week, so do your big one. You feel me? But yeah, man, it was one hell of a game. Went to overtime. Kirk Cousins game winning touchdown.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, that Atlanta atmosphere gonna have that boy winning them primetime games. He was swag surfing. He
Yep.
was feeling himself. It was one great Thursday night game. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was. I looked back, I was like, wow, like that was a good game.
That was really good. Baker even was solid as well too. 19 to 24. He had 180 yards, but 3 touchdowns. They had a lot of short fields. So
Bro,
I
Sterling Shepard had a touchdown.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we're back from the dead. You feel me? So it was a really good Thursday night game. I obviously I picked the right team.
I
You know
do
what I'm
want to
saying?
I do want to point out their weakness on their offense. It's not receivers, it's their run game, bro. Their run game
Yeah,
is
I don't
super
know.
weak.
I don't know what's going on there with both teams though. With both teams, with the Falcons and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, but
and the
remember they
Bucks.
use two running backs. They actually use two running backs. They use
Yeah,
Ricard White and they use Bucky Irving, and they don't
yeah,
they don't pound it in.
yeah. It was crazy. I mean, Rashard White, we kind of know he was a little inefficient. He has like those spurts where he breaks like for like 40, 60 yards every now and again. So we know that he's not really an efficient running back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's for Bijan. I don't know. It's weird. Like I
This
don't
is
know if
last year
he's
he didn't have a good year either. Like I don't like people were telling me like I was reaching when I say he didn't. I'm looking at it like he didn't really had a good year last year. So it's
yeah.
like
So I was watching the game and I heard them say something real interesting that the offense is more of a zone running offense and he come from more of the pro style type
mhm.
of offense. So I don't know if he's still trying to get used to like the zone running game because sometimes he gets to the hole a little too fast. He's a little impatient at
Mhm.
times. So I don't know if he's still kind of getting used to that and everything. Um for my fantasy people, I wouldn't say don't give up on Bijan yet. I have Bijan and I've been trying to trade him, but don't give up on him yet. I do think that he is still a really good running back. I think that they will figure it out. And if they're going to be passing the ball like that, eventually that run game is going to open up.
Of
I'm not
course.
saying that Kirk Cousins is going to have 500 yards every single game, but hey, if you can get 280, 2 touchdowns every single game, you guys
That's
will be able to.
good. That's good numbers right there. Like,
That run game will open up
mhm.
eventually. So I do think it's brighter days for Bijan, but it's only
It's
so
too
many more
early,
games
man.
we
It's like
got
only a
left.
month into. We're literally a month into this, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I got faith. I got faith that he'll start to do better. And we'll see. The talent is there.
That was
We
your
just
pick,
saw
by the
Cal
way.
Pitts.
That was your pick. I didn't
Yeah,
pick. I've had the Bucks.
yeah. So I like what I saw from the offense. I just I don't want Kirk Cousins throwing it 50 plus times. I'm never no.
That arm was gonna it's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
hurt
never a fan
eventually.
of quarterbacks throwing the ball 50 plus times a game, which we had a couple of those, and we'll talk about it in a moment. But he got the dub. That's all that mattered. You got the dub in
Mm-hmm.
prime time as well, too, because everybody says that he can't win in prime time. He can only win at 1 p.m. So it
He
was it
already
was good.
has not one, but two wins, bro. Two
You know what I'm
wins
saying?
on
So
prime time in one season, bro.
it's good to see that he's starting to get that curse taken off him. We'll see. Atlanta is very much alive. They have brought their season back. They are I think
Mm-hmm.
they're actually first in the division right now, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
because the Saints are falling apart.
Yeah, Saints are 2-3. Bucks are 3-2, but they got the tiebreaker right now,
Yeah,
so
now they got the
everything's
tiebreaker.
looking
Yep.
good.
Mm-hmm.
London game, the one that you called, the one that you called.
Two things
Um,
happen. Two things. I'm gonna put it out there. I already told everybody says that Aaron Rodgers that he looked washed. Like, come on, bro.
uh,
You literally threw a pick six, and then in the next drive you threw another pick. It's like you can't. I mean, I get it. This man got fired, but this man got
here's
fired, but
here's what I say. First off, Vikings won 23-17 against the Jets is what we're talking about right now.
5-0, 5-0.
I I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is MVP Aaron Rodgers anymore. I'm not going to say
Nope.
he's that. I also don't think that he's washed. Couple of things that I wanted to say. I did point out that if they lost, that Robert Saleh would be fired.
He got receipts.
I
He
got
said it.
receipts. You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't watch, go back. Go
I
back.
said it last week. So go back and watch it. I said it last week. I did say that. However, this is what I also think as well too. I think that Robert Saleh was the scapegoat. They had to fire someone,
Of course.
and Aaron Rodgers is more cool with Nathaniel Hackett than he is with Robert Saleh. So they had to get rid of Robert Saleh because someone had to get fired.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is holding back Aaron Rodgers, and he's never going to say it because him and the offensive coordinator are buddies, but Nathaniel Hackett is horrible.
Of
He's a
course.
horrible play caller. And Robert Saleh is a defensive coach. If we're being honest here, I don't think that he should be a head coach. I'm not saying that he was a good head coach because, like I said last week, I think he's a bad head coach. But I think he's an amazing defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And if you bring in a defensive-minded coach, you have to understand that his main focus, I get it, he's the head coach and he's supposed to run the whole team. His main focus is defense, though.
Yep.
And their defense has been top 10 every single year that he's been there. He's not Brandon Staley, who's a defensive coordinator and comes in and defense is garbage. The defense actually has been really, really good. The offense is where it struggles at. So I personally think that they should have fired Nathaniel Hackett instead of Robert Saleh. Now, I don't think that if Robert Saleh stays, that it makes them any better than what they are today.
But if they fire Hackett, you're gonna have a very, very unhappy Rodgers.
Exactly.
But
and
I
then,
did take note. I did take a note that ankle is not. It's not well. By the way, it's not. It's not looking like it's 100%.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it's the season's already in. You already know injuries are going to happen. If you're on the field, you're healthy. There's no excuses for injuries. There's nothing that we can do about it. If you go out there and play, you go out there and play. Injuries are going to happen. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But I think that that's personally what's wrong with the Jets. I think it's Nathaniel Hackett. We'll see this week coming up. We'll see what's going to happen. But yeah, I think it's Nathaniel Hackett. I just knew that they were going to fire Robert Saleh because he's the head coach. It's been 3 years of mediocre performances with him.
Yeah,
So
and I
I knew
remember
his
2 years ago that they thought it was going to be both New York teams making the playoffs because they
yeah,
looked good. They looked good like 2 years
yeah.
ago.
So I knew that was going to happen. The writing was on the wall. 1 o'clock games. First game, Dolphins Patriots. We were wrong.
That game was.
Don't get me wrong. We were wrong, but that game was horrible.
I thought I was
That
watching. I thought I was watching South Park, Timmy and Jimmy fighting because that was.
man, that game was god awful.
Yeah.
There's not even any highlights. The only thing that I want to say, the NFL needs to change this rule where if you tiptoe it, it's a completion, and then if you tiptoe but your heel comes out at the same right after, it's an incompletion.
Yep.
That's just getting annoying because a motherfucker tiptoe on the sideline and you guys call it a completion. Jaden Pope, that was a touchdown.
Yep. Exactly.
It just so happened that his heel came down after the toe.
I
So
thought
they
they were
called
going
it
to give it
incomplete.
to him. I thought they were just going to give it to him. To be honest with you.
I think they need to fix that rule because that is that's really, really stupid. Not trying to hate on the Dolphins. The Dolphins won. You feel me? You guys finally won.
You
Tua.
know,
But
we say something negative about the Dolphins, they're gonna kill us in that chat.
yeah. So I don't want no one to think I'm hating on the Dolphins. I just personally think that rule needs to be changed because there's going to be a lot of games that get messed up because of that. There's going to be a lot of games that get messed up, and God, please don't let it happen in the playoffs because then it's going to get extra crazy. So
If
I
it
think
happens in the
that
playoffs, you already know they're going for those referees' heads.
yeah, so I think that this offseason they need to look into that and see if they can make some changes to that because that is it's gonna mess up some games. I mean, granted, I already messed up one, but it's gonna mess some games up, especially some high level games that we're with some high level teams. It's going to happen eventually if that rule doesn't get looked at. So I think that's going to be something that they go into the offseason and look at, and they should. Ravens and Bengals. That was a good game too.
That was another shootout right there.
Here's what I'm going to say, because I heard going into that week, I heard a lot of people saying that Joe Burrow is not on the same level as Lamar Jackson. Here's what I'm going to say to y'all. I'm going to look in the camera and say it. Stop drinking. Please stop drinking. Anybody that says that Joe Burrow is not on the same level as Lamar Jackson, kill yourself. I'm going to read off some numbers. I'm not even going to say names. And you tell me which quarterback you would have thought won the game. Quarterback 1 went 26 of 42, 348 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Quarterback B went 30 of 39, 392 yards, 5 touchdowns, and an interception.
I'll go with B. Even though he has the pick. Yeah, cool. Yeah, granted, but he threw less and less incompletions. More completions, less incompletions. If you know, the ratio.
Quarterback B is Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Anyone that is saying that Joe Burrow is not on the same level as Lamar Jackson, kill yourself. Because that's crazy.
You know who won that game for the Ravens? Not Lamar. Not Lamar. Derrick Henry won the game.
Matter of fact, not even their kicker. The kicker that won the game for them is the Bengals kicker.
Yeah, Aaron McPherson, bro. Yeah, Aaron McPherson won the game.
Because Joe Burrow got them down there in field goal range. And matter of fact, I'm sorry. Not even Evan McPherson, because I'm doing him a disservice because it wasn't even his fault. It was the placeholder.
Yep.
He fumbled this ball while the kicker was coming to kick. So, guys, please stop saying Joe Burrow is not on the same level as Lamar Jackson. As we can clearly see in the game that just happened, he's on the same level, if not better, than Lamar Jackson.
And it's not only that, bro. It's the defense. Bro. That team is just...
I was about to say that. Their defense is horrible. The Ravens team in general is better than the Bengals team in general. That is why you guys think that Joe Burrow is not on the same level as Lamar Jackson. Because if we reverse the roles and we put Lamar Jackson on the Bengals and we put Joe Burrow on the Ravens, the same outcome would have happened.
I had an argument today about this with somebody, but not Lamar. They're trying to tell me that Jalen Daniels is already better than Burrow. I'm like, dude, relax. Like, it's only 5 games this kid already played. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, see, it's like stuff like that. It's like I didn't give it too much time, but yeah, I just want y'all to please
No,
just
yeah.
just stop. Just
It's not
Joe
even Joe
Burrow is
Burrow's
like that.
fault. It's not even his fault. Like,
Joe Burrow is a dude. He is like that. He is one of the best quarterbacks that we have in the league. Put respect on his name. It's not. He can't play safety. He can't play corner. And he can't rush the quarterback. That's not his fault.
and he can't play
And he
place
can't.
kicker.
I was about to say he can't hold the ball for the kicker either. Like, come on, please, guys. Anyway, next game, Battle of the Geos, Jags,
Oh no,
Colts. I told you. Told you. I told you.
I had the Colts. You had the Jags. I remember you had the Jags. Yeah,
Yeah, I told you. It's no way. I knew it was. I knew it wasn't.
bro. They
It's
made Trevor Lawrence look like Prime Brady.
right. Trevor Lawrence came out and had a game. 371 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He came out and had a game. Um, that was basically a must win for them. One reason why I think it was a must win. Although Doug Peterson is not going to say it, I think he's on a hot seat.
Of course.
And it's not even about his resume. We know what his resume is. He's a Super Bowl champion and everything. But when you lose games for almost a whole year, going back to last year, that's a problem.
That's a fireable offense. To be
That's a
honest,
fire. If he was a less coach, he's gone.
Yep.
Like if he didn't have a Super Bowl ring on his
he
resume,
would have been gone. Yeah,
he's gone. Week 3, he probably would have been gone.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's Doug Peterson, he has his resume speaks for itself. They're going to give him an opportunity to fix it.
Of course.
I don't think that they're going to be in the playoffs. Do not get me wrong. I don't think that they're making the playoffs. They start off 0-4. It's not. I don't think that they're making the playoffs. But
realistically, I have the Bengals making them the playoffs over them. Realistically, if we had to
I
pick
think it's possible for the Bengals. Yeah, I think it's possible for the Bengals. It's tough, but I think it's possible still. These next couple of weeks for the Jags are crucial because it's Doug Peterson's job was on the line.
Yep.
Because I get it, you won that game, but we also got to take into account the Colts did not have Anthony Richardson, and they did not have
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, it left my mind. They didn't have Jonathan Taylor as well too, and I said that was the reason why they were going to lose because there's no Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's in that game. They win that game. Yeah, Jags they win that game for sure. So I knew going in that was going to be the reason why they lost. They weren't going to have a run game, and Joe Flacco can only throw for so many yards. It's like, don't get me wrong, he's looking amazing in the 2 games that he's played, but it's Joe Flacco at the end of the day, and it's the back end of Joe Flacco. It's not the prime Joe Flacco. So it's only so much that he can offer to a team. It's the reason why he's a backup right now anyway. But nonetheless, the Colts defense, they got to get more consistent. If they want to be somewhat relevant going into November, December, and January, they need to be more consistent on defense. I'm not saying be a top 10 defense, but you can't 1 week be top 10 and then the next week 32nd. That just
terrible.
Doesn't work like that. That floor and ceiling, that's too.
And it's been already 9 years since they last beat Jacksonville. That's crazy, bro.
Exactly. You can't even beat Jacksonville as well too. That's another problem as well too. So yeah, I think they got to get more consistent on that defensive end because when Anthony Richardson comes back, no offense to him, he's not the thrower that Joe Flacco is. And there's going to be rough patches where he may not score that many points. So y'all got to get some stops. Y'all cannot be giving up 37 or 30 plus points a game.
Every single game. That's going to be tiring, Tom.
It's not going to work. It's not sustainable. So yeah, I mean, if they want to be relevant, they're going to have to fix that. I don't know if it's Gus Bradley. I don't know what it is, but They gotta get something. They gotta get something done.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
Commanders, Browns.
Bro.
Commanders won 34-13. Another win for Jaden Daniels, potential rookie of the year.
Bro, that's 3 losses in a row already for NFC East teams for Cleveland.
Oh yeah, Cleveland going against NFC teams. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm gonna go off another hot take. I don't really have any sources. This is just me watching and just going off my eye test. If Deshaun Watson has another horrible game, we're going to see Jameis Winston the week after.
I'm gonna say something about that. We should have already had Jameis Winston already playing. We should
I
have
knew you was
been
going to say
had
that.
Jameis.
I knew you was going to say that. You're 100% right. I get why
I
the Browns are
always
doing
liked
it.
him too. That's another thing. I always liked Jameis. So it's not like I never hit. I
Yeah,
always liked
yeah,
Jameis
yeah.
Winston. But
I I'm with you. We're been supposed to see
Mhm.
Jameis. I understand why the Browns are doing it because there's a lot of money that they have invested in Deshaun Watson. But I don't know if they noticed or not. You're 1-4. Um, you're in the toughest division in the league.
Yep.
The other three teams have winning records. I'm sorry. No, they
Two,
don't.
two,
Two of
two.
them have winning records. Sorry. But the other team has Joe Burrow. If you guys are gonna go with Deshaun Watson and he does not perform because what is it? 125 yards is not gonna cut it.
And you're
It's
getting
not
paid
gonna
big
cut it.
money.
It's not gonna cut it. I'm mad that I haven't even gotten a 200-yard game from Justin Herbert yet. And we're 2-2. 125 is not going to cut it, Deshaun Watson. I don't know what it is. This is the
And
craziest downfall I think we have ever seen.
they have weapons. And they have no weapons. There's no excuses on that football team, bro. There's literally no
And
excuses.
Nick Chubb, I don't know if he's going to come back this week or next week. He's coming back.
If I'm Nick Chubb, I'll take my sweet ass time because this football team is very. They don't. The mindset of that football team is not there. If they don't make a change at quarterback, which they should.
Like
They
I
should have been
said,
already done this, but
if he comes out and goes 15 of 28, 125, and a touchdown next week, he is getting replaced.
100%.
Because I forget who they play, which we'll talk about in the next video in a moment. I forget who they play, but he can't have it. We need 250 yards, 2 touchdowns in the next game, Deshaun.
I'm just trying to figure that out. Actually, it's not looking good for them. It's not looking good for them. Bro.
It's not looking good. So that's my next little thing that I want to say. If he has another,
they should have never been. They should have never lost to the Giants team. And I'm saying that as a Giants fan, they should have never lost that to the Giants. Not even the Cowboys.
100%,
Not even the Cowboys, bro.
100%. So yeah, so if he gives another performance like that, we're seeing James for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You can call it.
Mm-hmm.
Texans Bills. Texans win.
I had Texans.
23-20.
I had
Yeah,
Texans. I
you
know
did.
I had Texans, bro.
I don't know. I don't know what the Bills was thinking at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's just
They threw 3 deep balls
for no reason.
for no reason. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it allowed the Texans to get the ball back with 3 timeouts.
Yep.
With CJ Stroud on their team.
All they had to do was run the ball, run the clock, and they would have won the game.
Then you punt the ball, and it doesn't even go on there. It ends up on your side. So all they need is a first down at that point, and game is over.
That loss is on Sean McDermott, bro. That's literally on McDermott right there. Like,
I'm looking at the game like, okay, they tied it up 20-20. Keon Coleman caught the 49-yard touchdown. They got the ball back. Granted, it was at like the 5-yard line or so. I'm thinking, okay, run the ball, get off of the goal line so you can give yourself some space to potentially do something for a game-winning drive. They threw 3 deep passes, and one of them, Josh Allen was hurried, and he just had to throw it up so he doesn't get a safety. And I'm looking like, what are y'all doing?
Did he get hurt or something like that too, or he was there for a little bit?
Yeah, he got. They're saying that he got. It looked like he got concussed, but they never checked him, so they might be investigating on the Bills with that. You cannot do that anymore. You cannot do
Nope.
that anymore. So they might be investigating it. We
So
haven't
if he
heard
has a
anything.
concussion and didn't get investigated, not only they're gonna lose him for a couple of games because they're gonna make him, be out.
And yeah, the Bills will get fined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, we haven't heard anything throughout the week. It's about to be Thursday anyway. So most
All
likely
I heard
nothing's
was
probably gonna
Deshaun
happen.
Watson was horrible. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, so most likely nothing probably won't happen. But that was
that was
crazy.
just, I don't know, bro. That's just
And another thing I
questionable.
want to say as well too about this game. I don't appreciate how when Lamar Jackson has a bad game, everyone kills him and
Yeah,
asks, is he
annoying.
a
That's
good
kind of annoying.
quarterback? Is he the right
Hmm.
quarterback for the Ravens? Blase, blase, blase. Josh Allen went 9 for 30, 131 yards,
Eh?
and 1 touchdown, and nobody said nothing.
Wait, repeat that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it
Wait.
again. Josh Allen went 9 for 30, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yikes! That's that. Because I had to get my reaction out of it. I'm like, yes, it's kind of. I understand where you're coming from because it's kind of annoying because every single time Lamar has a bad game, they're
They
always a
kill him.
time. But
So I need them to keep that same
Allen
energy.
if Allen has a
Whenever,
bad game, if Mahomes has a bad game, you don't hear nothing from the press. Oh, he had a bad game. Oh, it's okay.
oh,
It's
he needs
okay.
more help. He needs this. He needs that. Yada 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 yada. Well, James Cook gave you 82 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Um, you had way more. You had how many? That's 21, and you had almost triple the amount of incompletions that you had completions.
Mhm.
So whose fault is that?
That's his
And then,
fault.
and then I don't want to hear anything about he had no receivers. Khalil Shakir was injured. Josh, Justin Herbert, number one receiver is Quentin Johnston. So miss me with he doesn't have receivers because y'all don't give that to any these other
Mhm.
quarterbacks who don't have receivers. And
Exactly.
last time I heard, Josh Allen was so good that he don't need receivers or any other help. He can
That's
make
what
the
I
team
heard too.
better
He didn't need
on his
Stephon Diggs.
own.
He
I
didn't
heard
need
that,
Stephon Diggs.
he's a top two, quarterback. You can put him on any team and you put him on the Panthers and they'll be good. That's
Yeah,
what I hear.
that's what I
So
heard. Yeah.
I expect to see that every single week. I'm not expecting you to have a career performance every single week, but not 9 of 30. Like,
9 for 30, bro. That's still like,
what is that?
I don't know, man. That's
That's
horrible. That's really
that
bad.
that that can't happen.
Nope.
Guys, I've got kind of speed things up. I know we're on a time limit and everything. Bears, Panthers.
I Wow. I picked the Panthers actually. I did.
No, you picked the Bears. You picked the Bears.
I did.
You wanted it to be in a tie though, but you picked the
Oh
Bears.
yeah.
You did. You picked the Bears. You picked the Bears. Best game we've seen from Caleb Williams this season.
Not for nothing. Not for nothing. That too.
Yeah.
I don't think this Andy Dalton experience. You just gotta stop it. Just kill it
Oh,
now.
Panthers fucked up. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was gonna
you
say.
should have
Panthers
just
fucked up.
let Bryce Young let the
Should just let him
growing
play.
pains.
Should have
Exactly.
let him have his growing pains. Should have just let him play. Because now y'all fucked his confidence up. And it's looking like the same thing that was going with Bryce Young is going to be the same thing with Andy Dalton. I had that one good game from Andy Dalton because everyone was energized to have a new quarterback. But you guys fucked up.
Yep.
And now you're going to try to fix it, and I don't know if you guys can. So
Great,
good
too
luck,
little, too late.
Panthers. I always love a Raiders loss.
Yeah.
I'm always loving a Raiders loss. So
No,
Broncos,
not just a loss, bro. That was just
a blowout.
blowout. Yeah, the
Broncos
score line.
30,
Don't let the score line. Don't let the score
Broncos
line fool you,
34, Raiders 18. I love it. I
bro.
love
The
it.
Broncos are 3-2. That's crazy.
They're second in division for now. For now.
Wait, did the Raiders play only 2 division games, right? Yeah,
They
two,
played
2.
2, yeah. 0-2
Okay,
so
0-2
far.
already. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. So I love it. I'm loving it. Good job, Bo Nix. 206 yards, 2
We picked
touchdowns, a
that game
rushing
too.
touchdown. Had his best game of the year. I can't ask for that much more. Your Giants 29
Let's go.
to 20 over the Seahawks.
No lie though, I was shitting bricks there. I was like, we're really gonna put a 10-point swing in the last 2 minutes because we don't know how to freaking close out the game.
Bro, that was a crazy game. I
And
was
then
not
that
expecting that
fumble
from
too
y'all.
with the goal line. That should have been a touchdown for the Giants, went the other way around for them.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. It started off crazy. I was like, oh man,
I'm like,
Nino's not
oh
liking
shit,
this.
here we go again. That was
I
literally
knew,
my
I know. I was like, Nino's not liking this, man. That was crazy. But you gotta give
Daniel Jones
Daniel
played good.
Jones.
Yeah, Daniel
Yes,
Jones
you
played
gotta give him
good.
his props. He's been good this year, man. He's been
He
playing
actually,
pretty
to be
solid.
honest with you, I look back at the games now. He hasn't gave up a pick since week 1. No, since we lost to the Cowboys because we had no receivers towards the end. But you know what I mean.
Mhm. Yeah, so he's been looking good this year. Yeah, man. You guys are, like I said, you guys are a tough out every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
It's
you
gonna be
win or
one of
lose.
those years that's like we're gonna fight like to meet and
Yeah.
great to win. We
Hmm.
should not be 2-3 though. To be honest with you, we
Yeah, no,
should
you
not. It
shouldn't.
should be the
That's
other way
that's
around.
that's actually that's actually. I mean, granted, that's actually good for you guys though, because no one expected you guys through first 5 games to even be
Mm-hmm.
2-3. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, so that's not that bad. I
I
mean,
told you all I want is wins this year. Whatever wins we get, I'll take because I still have
absolutely,
no expectations for this football team. But I
absolutely.
don't want to have that high hopes yet.
Another shocker, in the 4 o'clock window as well too. Cardinals 24-23 over the 49ers.
Yeah,
Um,
bro, Brock Purdy.
yeah, it was not a good game, Brock. You had your
That's
Avengers.
another bad game for him too, by the way. Not.
You had your Avengers other than Christian McCaffrey, and
Mm-hmm.
that was not a solid game. Kyler Murray actually came out to play. He caught that rushing touchdown before he even passed the linebackers too. That was
Exactly.
crazy. That
It's
was
funny,
crazy.
bro. Like on
That
the
was
first
crazy.
drive, he just laughed. He's like, "I'm out. See y'all. I'm
Yeah.
out."
So I mean, it's interesting. That this 49er story is going to be real interesting because they are in a must win. They play the Seahawks on Thursday.
Yep.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard someone say they got Kansas City next week as well, too.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
about to get very interesting for the 49ers. These next couple of weeks are going to be really, really interesting, and I'm really, really ready for
Yeah.
Thursday night football tomorrow because
Exactly.
that's gonna make it interesting. They lose that game, and their
Speaking
season
of
just got really interesting.
speaking of another NFC West team that might be in a little bit of a hot seat, the Rams they lost too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we both picked that. We both said the Packers are going to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many injuries. I think this bye
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
I think this bye week this week is going to really help them a lot. Next week they should get back. Cooper Cup is looking like he should come
Bro.
back. Um,
Bro. Everybody in the NFC North have positive wins.
yes, it's
I'm
crazy.
just thinking
The
at it right
Packers are
now.
in fourth place at 3-2. It's crazy. Yeah, that NFC North is looking like one of the best divisions this year. The Rams though. I think things are going to start turning around for them. I know they're 1-4.
They're banged up. That's the problem. They're
They're really
super
banged
banged
up,
up.
but this bye week I think is going to help them. They get Cooper
Mm-hmm.
Cup back potentially. I think Puka Nakua should come back as well too. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything. I'm just going off of a hunch. I think he should come back. We'll see as the week goes on with practice and everything what
Mm-hmm.
happens. But this is a bye week, so they potentially got a full 14 days off until they got to play again. So we should see what happens if they get back healthy and can make a run. That
That's
NFC
another thing
West is
too.
still
Mm-hmm.
open. They're not
Mm-hmm.
too far out of it where they can get back in.
Yeah, because everybody
So
else hasn't done that good either. So it's like
exactly,
super wide
exactly.
open. Even the Cards
Um,
are in it, bro.
right. Sunday night football.
That shit was.
Much
I'm
better
going at
bro.
this because the rain. They should just
Yeah.
before I see for they should just postpone it for Monday, bro. We could have had a nice 2 football games for Monday night, in my opinion.
Well, no, they couldn't do it back right because they would have had to have got the game done before the season started. Before the next week started. So I understand why they postponed it for so long just to try to get it out the way. You don't want to have to deal with a potential what's that 2 years ago Bills and
They had to make it up
Bengals
and rate. Yeah.
with the Darvin Hamlin Darwin Hamlin.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
where
about.
they didn't even get to
Finish the
they didn't
game.
even
Yeah.
reschedule the game. It is what it is. No
I think
one
they
wins, no
could
one
if they would have
loses.
rescheduled to the next day for Monday, we could have had 2 Monday night games. But it is what it is.
So yeah, so I understand why they did it. Um Tough
Saints,
game. Tough
Saints and
games for the.
Chiefs. I don't have much to say. That's just me. I have not much to say because I watched the highlights. I wish I didn't watch the highlights. Let's just go like
Yeah, I mean, I ain't like I said, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna put my analyst hat on. Great win by the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 331 yards. He didn't have a touchdown, but he had an interception. But the stat line doesn't really tell the story of how he played. He actually played a pretty decent game.
Kareem Hunt played like a dog, bro.
Kareem Hunt, man. for the people that gave up on Kareem Hunt, man, hey. And Juju as well, too. He had 130 yards on 7 receptions. So it was a really really good day for him as well, too. Yep. So hats off to the Chiefs, man. You guys won. Derek Carr got injured. We said this would happen with the Saints. They would get back.
I got actually another thing for next video, by the way. Speaking of the Saints, we'll talk about that in the next video because I have something about that.
Yeah. So we're gonna see if the Saints can get this thing back rolling, man. Because Derek Carr should be out for a couple of weeks. So we'll see what those picks and everything will be looking like. And that is the review for week 5.
Like, subscribe, do what y'all gotta do before we take you out. Sorry, Howard, I had to give you that L. Sorry.
And also we got a surprise for you guys as well too, because we didn't put this video up yesterday. So we got a double upload for y'all today. So this video is going to go up, and right after, you're going to get our week 5 picks as well too.
Yep.
So like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend.
Yes, sir.
And we will see y'all in the next video coming up. Love y'all. Peace.